the message was a good one. I'm happy about it. Keeping somebody informed is very important as far as helping to relieve their anxiety. When you leave something open-ended, keep in mind, most of us, the reason we have anxiety over that crap is because people will leave something open-ended until the end of eternity. If you're paying your insurance guy and your insurance guy is allowed to put something off for 2 years, and then you're going, hey man, I still haven't gotten paid, I still don't have a vehicle, it's cost me my ability to go to work, and as a result, my ability to pay my bills, what gives? So you guys all think you're justified in your anger in that, don't you? Time, man, we don't have a whole lot of time on this planet. Sometimes it seems like it's taken forever. Whenever folks are saying the end of the world is near, or the end of the world is nigh, the thing going through my head is, it's right, for everyone. That's the way it's been throughout the entirety of human history. Every person alive, the end of the world is coming for each and every one of us, no matter what. What kind of memories does your life contain? Are you lucky enough to have a whole bunch of happy memories? Are you lucky enough to not have a shit ton of traumatic experiences? You guys have easy solutions. They're so easy in your mind and with your resources, and with your lack of ever actually having to endure such a thing. Having a steady address has probably been the #1 problem with everything from the very start. If I'd have had a steady address, well, taking care of all the paperwork, using my money to get my paperwork there, using my money to do the things that needed to be done instead of all of that money that needed to be used to take these son of a bitches to court. I got to spend all of that money because my predators get to take me to court and deny me the access to even show up at my own court dates. You guys have no idea how screwed up this is. Yes, these people lied to prevent me from showing the truth in court. They didn't have to show any fucking evidence. All they had to do was prevent me from going to court. Meanwhile, cops are fucking crooked, and that is nationwide. Now, me giving one cop a decent marks on a stop, or actually pretty good marks, doesn't mean that he's a good cop. It also doesn't mean that he's necessarily a bad cop, right? That's your argument? Well, maybe so. We'll see. I've been wrong before. I maintain that there's no such thing as a good cop, but we will see. That officer did not seem or appear to do anything maliciously, which is important to note. Now, time is one of those things where these folks said, oh, be patient, be patient, be patient. No, there's a fucking time limit. When it comes to busting the people who fucking committed the crimes against me, yeah, we need to turn it the fuck in immediately. And telling me to do it by myself is going to result in me being abused, especially after my name has been slandered all over the fucking internet and by the news. You're out of your fucking mind. And then there's all these people that can look at what it is that I'm going through. They can look at the slander against me, and they can plainly see that it is slander because I have the evidence from those people that shows that it is slander. Yes, evidence, actual evidence. let's say all of the people who offered to help me, let's say all of them spent maybe 3 to 5 days of talking and messaging with me, but never made a report. Now let's imagine that 3 days worth is spread out over, well, a 10 or 12 month period. I mean, that's a lot of time that you're spending trying to explain to somebody who promised that they'd speak out, promising that they'd share evidence, and then after you've sent it to them, they haven't done shit. They say, oh no, I never sent it to the cops, I never sent it to the State Patrol, I never sent it to the media. They're like, you should try that. I'm like, I did try that, and I had to try it alone, which is why it didn't fucking work. I understand why my dad didn't want to come forward. He don't want people to know his skeletons. Well, now they do. There's a lot of people who claim to care about me at one point or another in my life that, well, when it all came down to it, they showed that they didn't. When you have that 3 days worth of communication that is an entire waste, and then you figure there's probably close to 100 people that I've communicated with at least that much each. I mean, that's a lot of days. It's about 300 days in 6 years of just communicating, and that's just with, the main 100 people. Why am I bothering? Why am I wasting my time? And for each of them, each and every one of them, they got something going on that prevents their ears from being useful. Their mouths are useful. Some of them, they seem to think that, oh, well, I won't come forward and tell the truth, but I'll send you $50. Like, you know what? That $50 is chump change. Life is way more expensive than that. The hoops that I am expected to jump through are more expensive than that. Now, the stuff that this lady claims that she does, or claims that they do, and the stuff their pamphlet claims that they do, yes, absolutely, I'm glad they exist. Now she tried to send me to the food bank in the next town over, and when I explained to her that I didn't have a whole lot of gas, she didn't try to push it for 40 minutes. She understood I'm low on gas. Anyway, I'm supposed to go to their office at 2 o'clock. It's here in Tillamook, so it's close. I'm going to end this video, and I'm going to go lay my stuff out, and then I'll probably pull out a video to show it. You know how we end these. I do want to say thank you to the folks there, and also the folks that care, although they didn't do a whole heck of a lot yet. What they did is basically what everybody else does, refer me to somebody else. They didn't just push me to someone else. They told me I could come back anytime, and I could talk to them anytime. So I'm down with that. The folks with this change place, I'm glad for that as well. I've got a bunch of numbers all over the place. I got the governor's advocacy something or other. I've got their phone number on duct tape on my dash because that's what I had to write on at the time. I got a lot of stuff. With most of my paperwork and all that buried underneath this pile, I just basically write on whatever I have handy. Whatever I have in arm's reach when they're trying to tell me a number, because sometimes I've searched for a pen for like 10 minutes. I got one right here, by the way. like, yeah, I'm never gonna get that phone number if I can't find that fucking pencil or that pen, or I'm never gonna get that address. Most of these places can't text, and that's the great thing, is that with the lady texting me, it means that they do have the ability to text, which means they have the ability to see screenshots just like a normal person's phone, which most of these agencies, they don't do that. You can't send them a text message. It won't go through. You can't send them a screenshot of nothing. You got to try to do all of that through your email, over the fucking snail email, at the library, or, well, any number of other places that you'd hope they're not too hobo unfriendly in that town. Yep, good to be with you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper, and no victim left behind.